What's going on, Cancer? I salute the divinity in you, and welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and how you feeling? The moon is back in Aquarius. We're wrapping up this lunar cycle here, and I was thinking, with Aquarius, it's just like, was this what you visioned? Is this how you saw this month going? Were there twists and turns? Did things stay the same? Did they grow? How's that looking for you? I think this is a great time to. This is like one of my favorite parts of the lunar cycle. So it's like we're getting like a sneak peek as to what's getting ready to blossom in this house. But we'll get into more of that here in a moment. But if you're new here, again, my name is Justin, and know that when you're coming across this video, you're in sync with the moon, and she loves that. But this is also a place where if you happen to have Cancer in your placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Saturn, wherever, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads. Where did I see her the other day? Based on that lovely luminary, the good old moon. The moon was in Scorpio. She's put me to work. But she's still beautiful, covered in some clouds, but it's fine. But I will talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, when she's going void of course, there's all them lunar shenanigans. And just so y'all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what fits into your story, discard the rest, and everything will be dope, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Because I think Aquarius can be. I do like the moon in Aquarius, but before I get into that, I love that this is we're gonna be a lot of lunar shenanigans today. Because depending on when you're watching this, and I'm gonna shuffle for your general energy here. Happy Moon Day. The moon is associated with Mondays. And I find that Mondays are great for one. I mean, just checking in. How are you feeling? How's it going? What are the notice that how the emotions wax and wane throughout the day. Notice the energies that you pick up on. Notice what you sense in people too. When we're in these certain moons, do you notice that the moon in Aquarius that people tend to be more social, more feeling a bit more, maybe a bit more bold to express themselves? How does that translate as opposed to when the moon's in Scorpio? Do they seem a bit more quiet? Do they feel a little bit more like kind of like doing this game here? But I think that too, because sometimes when you think about Monday, people are just like, oh, Monday. That sets the tone. And so this is not necessarily, this could be an invitation to even just like start the day off with an affirmation, especially if you know that Mondays tend to be just kind of meh for you. Fill them with wonder so that you can go keep that feeling throughout the day. But also too, another thing that I like to do with these days in particular is think about my relationship with the moon. Where is my moon placed? What house she's in? What sign she's in? How do I do with moon transits? Because moon in Aquarius, this is where she's starting to oppose Leo placements, so it's all right. It's not like it's meh. Could we sleep through it? That'd be lovely. But it's not as active as if it were in Scorpio or as when it's in Taurus. But it is a busier one. It's like my midheaven, all 5 of the Leo placements, and I think that's it. Oh, and my moon placement. First thing it hits is my moon placement. But that's a nice one at least. So, and see, you can just see how you feel during this time. Maybe the day starts off good and then just kind of challenges throughout the day. So again, you kind of, to be forewarned is to be forearmed, and the moon does great for that. Now let's keep the lunar shenanigans going, because on the 24th of February, the moon's going to enter into Aquarius at about 9:40 p.m., and that's going to be Pacific time. And she's in the waning crescent phase. And this is the phase, we're in the last phase before we get ready to start the Pisces new moon cycle. We got a lot of energies in Pisces too, and I think this is going to be an interesting one. I have some exciting things or at least one exciting thing that I want to give a try on the next moon cycle here. Hopefully you'll like it. Getting the final touches on it done after this video. But this is the time to reflect, what was the vision when you were thinking about some of the things you were going to tackle during this lunar cycle here? How did things transpire? What were some really big moments there, and how did they resolve? What did you learn from them? Are there some things that are kind of getting ready to go over into the next cycle here? What does that look like for you? I'm thinking about, for example, this could be where if you're like me, you have a Leo rising, maybe there's something that starts in your relationship house and then that moves over into where now we're talking about shared resources. Maybe there's something that evolves with that. So maybe there's themes that are rolling over from places to maybe even pay attention to just like how the themes weave together there, and just like what's something that you're noticing is staying the same, and for better or for worse, and how to improve it or how to work it out. But I do think this could be a great time to, because Aquarius can be such an active mental energy, being in the waning crescent, to have a, yeah, like, no, like, yep, there's a game plan coming, but I'm going to allow myself at least this little time to just kind of rest a little bit, to not really think about all the things, to allow myself to get into that imaginative space so that I can get more creative when the time comes for me to take action. I think that it's good for air placements, and for when we have air energy, to make sure that we're just taking those mental breaks to clear, to process, one, all the things that you can pick up from the air energy, but two, yeah, to just kind of dump some stuff out too, just to really filter the things out. So I think that's another thing to just pay attention to with the moon in Aquarius. I think this can be a great time to, I think one last thought to, being an air sign, again, communicating this, maybe talking with some friends about this. Maybe there was some things that you're needing another perspective on, that maybe you just find yourself maybe stuck with that, because Aquarius is that fixed air sign. So maybe there's you'd be amazed the power of perspective. So and that's something too, and people who can give you an outside view without, because they don't know the emotions that may be caught up in it as well there. They can help you kind of suss through that, separate the thoughts and the feelings, and how to reconcile the two. So just some things I think to think about there. But if you're wanting to work more personally with these placements, maybe have your moon in Aquarius, you got a lunar return coming up, wanting to see what the focus is going to be. Or maybe you've got sun in Pisces, you got Cancer somewhere, and you're wanting to talk about your solar return, what's coming for the year. Down in the description box below is a link to get in touch with me, and we can talk about all the services that I provide and what would work best for you at that time, and just build a relationship. So if that's something that resonates, that's down again, available down for you in the description box below. But let's go ahead and switch over. And last few things here, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situation. And I'm going to ring this bell here to welcome in spirit, give spirit jams. So adjust your volume if you need to, and let's get into this thing. Spirit jams. Alright, let's see what's going on with your energy here. Ooh, I'm with it. So you got the Ten of Cups here. And this is, again, kind of asking that, how was your wish fulfilled? The intention that you started during this thing, maybe you had, again, maybe you wanted to change something in relationships. Maybe you wanted to change something in your finances, maybe in your home space, maybe between family members. Did that vision come to fruition? Do you feel like you thought you would? Or has there become this level of maybe even disenchantment, where it's just like, oh, now I have this plate of cups here, and I don't know what to do with that. I've invested this thing here. So that's even something. I think the Ten of Cups is an interesting one, because it's like once the wish is fulfilled, it's not like things just stop. Not necessarily. There's usually a next day, and it's just like, okay, how do we keep this feeling going? Because now maybe, expectations change, whatever. What's the next thing that's coming there? I think there's something too, though, about staying in the moment of enjoyment, taking a win for a win. And you know what? Even if there is something didn't turn out quite as you thought, you know what, at least you know that you can change the trajectory of things. It's like, you know what, okay, that didn't quite work, but now I can maybe try this move, you know, and there's something even valuable there. I think that's happening. That's interesting. I'm even getting, because there's usually, like, I'm thinking in the Rider White deck, there's a family that's in the Ten of Cups, and I'm thinking about too, maybe there's a message of what is being passed on. But with it being in the cups, it's not quite the Ten of Pentacles vibe. There's more so sort of like the maybe like emotional pressures that are being passed on, maybe between relationships. It doesn't just have to be in the family. Maybe those that you would consider a family there. So that's something else that's popping through. But let's go ahead and get a card on this and see what's going on here. Ooh, interesting. So you got the Two of Cups here. All these cups. a lot of feelings here. A lot of love here. You know, I think that this can be one where just taking a moment, again, to just appreciate the relationships maybe that you have in your life, to attract that love, to continue to be in that vibration of love so that you can keep attracting that as well. That's something that's coming through, because I like the Two Cups. It's one of Cancer's cards. But that even, I think, ties in with Aquarius, because I think that Aquarius is one that you have to be mindful to, or just aware of, like, any thoughts that may get in the way of this Ten of Cups, this vision, the stuff that maybe, like, I'm getting, like, maybe resentments that might happen, or the frustrations, the conflicts, like, all of those things get you to this wish. You know, I think that yeah, I think even in it's like I'm getting a message, like, even in the face of conflict, there's like this leading with love, and that could mean in this love that we have to give people space. You know, it's not saying that we're just staying in something just to be, but and I like to think of the Two of Cups too. That is a nice time to check in between that connection between you and spirit. See how how we vibing. Is there a lot of love there? Is there confusion, uncertainty, and be honest with those feelings. And I find that it's not a time of, like, judging what's coming up. It's just like, okay, like, this is what I'm feeling. How do we get out of this? Like, what's the plan here? Let's get a clarifier on that. Oh, okay. So you have the Knight of Disc here. In the Knight of Disc, this feels like this is something the Knight of Disc is just trying to build, not just build, but again, maintain. And I think that there's a question here of how to stay grounded, how to stay rooted in when that dream is met with conflict. You know, when there's challenges that are met at this time. I also think too that there is a question of how are you making what steps are you taking to make the things that you want a reality, like a tangible thing, more than just like an idea, a vision. Than with Aquarius, like the Knight of Pentacles or Knight of Disc wants physical things. You know, we're in a physical experience, and Earth is a part of the experience. And I think that there's something about it's like you have this plot of land, or this vessel even just to work with. So it's just like, what is it? And there's a level of courage that comes with the Knight of Disc. to keep showing up, I think, every day. Because he's tending to this big field here. He's beaming about it. He's really enjoying the process here. So I think there is too like a patient aspect to it as well. Let's get some more on this. Well, look at you. I actually got the Queen of Swords here. And the Queen of Swords, this is seeing the vision clearly. I'm getting for some like there's a wanting for or needing for like a clarity on what you want. I think that's coming here with the Queen of Swords, and needing to maybe make peace with the decision, possibly that's coming through there. That's going to have more so more so long term benefits, but maybe in the short term it changes things possibly. And there's an interesting relationship here. Maybe these are people that apply to your life. Kind of got some. The Queen of Swords is like associated with Libra primarily and has a little Virgo. Knight of Disc is Virgo and a little bit of Leo. So, but there's this understanding here of wanting to create some type of comfort. I think here, that's another thing that I'm feeling. Let me get a clarifier on this on the Queen of Swords here. All right, so you got the Three of Swords here. And I'm kind of being pulled back to with the Three of Swords that the Queen of Swords is maybe she might have been disenchanted, or it's like she imagined things going differently, and now it's like she's got this new clarity of just like, oh, I'm gonna have to move something soon. There's something that she's reflecting on, that she's pondering here, that's something that's on her mind, I think, that's going there. And this could be something maybe where you need to share this with a Knight of Pentacles or Knight of this type. Someone who can give you a sort of like a grounded approach, who can give you a sort of level-headed answer for some things, or maybe can give you maybe even some sort of like steps or some guidance or some resources to help make whatever the Ten of Cups is maybe become a reality, if that's something here. There's a conversation I'm kind of thinking that's needing to happen with the Queen of Swords. This could be maybe one with yourself, as far as a reason that, like, okay, like in order to do this thing, it's going to take a lot more work, a lot more maybe dedication, and than maybe expected here. But don't forget the love for the thing. I think with the Two of Cups there, that there was a pact made between you and Spirit when you were coming into this world, and you're gonna get your Ten of Cups, And I think that Three of Swords comes and goes, and there's growth in the Three of Swords. This is some Saturn. This is Saturn in a really strong place. Saturn in Libra. This card. Let's get another one. Alright, so you have the Page of Swords here. Now, the Page of Swords is one that I like to mention, just watching our words, especially I think being in this air energy of Aquarius, just kind of watch, especially maybe even in times of Three of Swords is the Lord of Sorrow here when we're not feeling so great, where maybe not feeling the love, maybe with that Two of Cups there, that we're just, because our words and things, they attract that energy. I think that there's even maybe a need with the Page of Swords to, if you're feeling maybe been stuck in your head over something, maybe been feeling in this kind of foggy state, a getting outside, a getting a clarity of, I got a message like listening to the wind or something like that, just something that can give you a minute to just like organize your thoughts in a sense. Like, okay, maybe it been, because the Page of Swords sometimes I think can be a bit chaotic. Can bring about sharp, very very smart energy, but one that it has conflicting energies. That Page of Swords. I think too, maybe there's this like maybe internal frustration as the dreams that you want don't come fast enough. But then if you were to say like something and then like it immediately happens, and it's just like, oh, what the F? And then like how did that happen? Hopefully that made sense. But let's get a clarifier on that Page of Swords. So you got Gemini here, you got the Lovers. And that's interesting when we think about Gemini, again, the thoughts, the duality of things, the choices that are made. One story that's kind of popping up here when I'm having this sort of more complete picture is the Queen of Swords. Is, I think that she's maybe been in this place where she's been making mistakes and something's been, maybe a cycle's been repeating. There's this hope for the Ten of Cups here, but something's maybe not coming to fruition here, and now she's needing to make a pivot with this Knight of Discs to the Two of Cups, choosing herself, and then that's where this Lovers to the Page of Swords, making a different decision, changing the direction of the wind, and speaking something else into existence there. Three of Swords can even kind of be like maybe the end of a contract. And this could be maybe like wishing like something, that's even another thing. It could be like maybe you have something that's coming to an end. Maybe there's a client or some sort of relationship that's coming to a close and they're not renewing something in. So now it's just like, okay, well, what can I do to make new connections and things? And that's another one that's coming through there. I think the Page of Swords reminds me of Gemini sometimes. And yeah, I think there's a very social aspect, hitting the ground with the Page of Swords, just like, yeah, something there. Well, let's get some advice from Saturn. Ooh, there she is. I think she's been kind of coming out here quite a bit. Got the Queen of Cups here. And I find with the Queen of Cups, there could be a need maybe to take care of a certain relationship. The Queen of Cups kind of feels like she's needing to clean house. That there's been some murkiness in the water, and now it's something's needing to maybe be flushed out in a sense and like tended to. This gives me like the Queen of Cups is giving me this taking care of kind of like everyone else's needs, but not tending to her own. Letting other people in their fulfillment reflect her own, which that's cool. But I do think that there's more to the Queen of Cups than that. There's something else that she has that she's needing to manage. You can do that through others, of course. But I think that there's just something else. And it's something personal with the Queen of Cups that I think like maybe there's like a little thing that you've always wanted to do, and now maybe the families kind of like maybe have kids, for example, and now they're getting ready to graduate, move out of the house, and now you got a lot more time for yourself. It kind of frees up some things. You don't got to take them to practices and things like that. So now what? Now what, Queen of Cups? What you feeling? It's something to think about there. Let's get it clarified with the Queen of Cups. Huh. All right, so you got the Five of Swords here, and let's switch over. I think with this Five of Swords here, it's like something maybe's been getting in the way of the Queen of Cups and her goals, and maybe this could be her just saying like kind of like enough is enough. That Page of Swords, the Lovers of the Page of Swords, like I'm making a different choice. I want to feel something different in this Five of Swords, this Three of Swords. This ain't it. this ain't the one. And I think it's something that is going to take some time, is going to take some courage, is going to take some resourcefulness with that kind of King of Cups to the Two of Cups there. But this is a choice maybe of more of what feels right. With the Two of Cups being there, for wondering what kind of choices may be looking at. Because started off a lot of these cups, and then it kind of got into, then we got a little swords action here. We got a lot of swords action here, a lot of thoughts that are going on, and this could give like maybe just like the back and forth, when the waters get a churning and things, and then the thoughts and the feelings get all mixed up, and then it becomes this typhoon. Queen of Cups doesn't know what to do. So I think there's something here too about not comparing yourself with where you're at as compared to where others are at. Everyone's journey looks differently. Everyone has something that they're wrestling with, that Three of Swords, Five. So just like we all go through certain transits, like 12th house things, 8th house things, 6th house things, we all go through Five of Swords. That's Three of Swords. Three of Swords, Lovers, Two of Cups. That energy comes up, 10 of Cups. And you just learn through them. And I think that's what's happening here. The Queen of Cups is maybe learning from her defeats. The Five of Swords is the Lord of Defeat, and but she's not losing hope with this. I think that's something to think about. The Five of Swords is a very interesting card. But this may be some inner turmoil that might be going on there, so that might be something to think about too. That's the Queen of Cups may just need to take a bit and tend to herself. So just some things to consider there. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. But if you like that, if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And share this if you know somebody who would get some nuggets of wisdom from this. And then subscribe to Queen of Swords. Hit that bell button to get notified on all these videos each day. And then I'm going to shuffle for you some surprise cards here while I talk about this. But if you want to know what's going on with the other celestial bodies, down in the description box below is a link for my other channel, Alchemist State, where I do weekly videos released every Mercury day. That's a Wednesday. And, oh, you get 2 cards. And they talk about working with the different celestial bodies and how to set intentions, what's coming up. You can see what house is being lit up. We got to, depending on when you watch, there's a lot of Pisces energy that we're about to be in here. So that's going to be something we'll see when we talk about the next chart in the series. But yeah, you can see what's going on for you there and what intentions to set. So yeah, again, if that out something that resonates with you, it's all down in the description box. Oh, and I do videos talking about different planets in the North and South Node and different signs and different houses. So definitely check that out if you want to learn more about that. But let's get into your surprise cards here. That's interesting. So you have the butterfly card here, which is a card of beauty. And then you have the communication card here. And a part of this is, for me, is getting allowing yourself to dream, to kind of want more for yourself. Not that you don't already treat yourself, but I think there's something too, maybe even about this butterfly changing the speech of which is going on, how you're communicating to yourself. You got Gemini here. So yeah, how you're communicating to yourself. Do we have beautiful, that reminds me of when the moon's in Libra, beautiful thoughts. But that's important in the air signs, that internal dialogue. How is that looking? And is it promoting this? Do you feel light when you're dealing with your thoughts, or does it feel heavy? Because, butterflies, they're just fluttering about, light, almost defying just gravity. And yeah, if you're carrying a lot of weight, it's going to be hard to move throughout the journey. So I think there's something there to pay attention to. There's even something here about having that establishing a line of communication could bring about some beautiful things. If not anything else, than just like an evolution or something along those lines, where you just maybe just feel better, feel more maybe more beautiful. I don't see why not, more handsome, whatever that's looking like. But yeah, just something that would make you feel just lighter, I think. And there's something here, yeah, maybe that you need to, or maybe that's wanting to get off the chest there. So yeah, I think that's all I got for you there. So a little something to think about. But until next time, stay mindful out there. Keep eyes on that moon. And I will catch you on the next one. Oh, when am I going to catch it? Wait, I got to scroll up a little bit. Oh, that's cool. Jupiter Day. Jupiter Day? Wait a minute. I had to double check that, but I'll catch up with you here soon.